Now let's just get into this. So I'm going to start. This is going to be obviously the typical extemporaneous ramblings of the madman on this channel, but I do have really good information pulled up because I learned something new today. If you're not learning something new every day, there's something wrong with you. Even if it's in an area that you're interested in, a specialty, a hobby. I mean, with coins, it's awesome because every time you learn something, it's actually like a piece of history, and you can take a historical walk when you learn something new about coins. And I did, I was actually at breakfast when I first started thinking about Morgan dollars again. And the reason, and I'll be able to share it with you here soon and shortly, and we'll do a much more in-depth production. I'll actually do a lot more than just a live. It's going to be more informational as far as the background of the Morgan dollars, and we'll go into some more detail. I've got a special Morgan dollar that I'll be able to share with all of you and present, and we'll do it at that time. But that's what got me to thinking about Morgan dollars again. And as many of you have shared with in the past in videos, these were kind of, you could call them my first coin passion when it came to collecting and trying to do a typeset or any type of a extensive collection of anything. It was Morgan dollars, and I was a young kid, and I used to go to the coin shop and pick them up, usually not the best shape. And then as I learned more and would go through my little red book of coins, I learned much more about the mint state versions and varieties. There's the good, the very good, the fine, the extra fine, the almost uncirculated, the uncirculated. Then there's like the mint state MS, 60s series Morgan dollars. And so I would actually try to acquire some in that state. Obviously, there were never really rare dates that I can recall, but I had a pretty complete, and I was missing some key dates, I believe, but I had almost all of them. And I've told you that collection, it still exists, and I believe my brother has it. And I've shared the reasons behind that. But he's got that collection, helped pay for my college by transitioning ownership over to him back years ago, decades, literally. But I'll try to get it back from him one day maybe, because I don't think he's as interested in them as I am.
Yeah, but his ex-wife is.
But I think he's got them safely put away someplace. But the Morgan dollar, it's the silver dollar of the Wild West. Its size and weight dates to the original dollars as outlined by the Coinage Act 1792. And my biggest criticism has always been Liberty herself. She just looks a little too manly, in my opinion, a little heavier set in the face, and I don't like the hair. I think the peace dollar is a more aesthetic dollar, more aesthetic, especially when it comes to the obverse. The back, I've always thought it was kind of neat when I was a kid. I liked the Gothic font of "In God We Trust." I thought the eagle was kind of cool. There was some good detail in the feathers and the wreaths. It just had a classic symmetrical reverse, and I liked that. It was aesthetic when I was a kid. It reminded me of the Wild West, the old days. When you're a kid and 50% of your life was 2 weeks ago, coins like this were to me, they were pretty much ancient. When I saw something with I remember the first time I handled coins with 1800 on them. Anytime it had 1800 in it, I thought this is the oldest coin in the world. I just thought it was ancient. So they were always really historical to me. I tried to think about what the world was like back then. I would always take that time traveler experience when holding and looking at and handling Morgans. So in that collection that was recently passed on, there's a single Morgan in there that's a pretty good condition. It's an 1880 Morgan, and I'm going to share that. We'll do an entire video on that coin at a later date. I'm going to use that. And we might even actually hold off on some of those coin videos for a while until YouTube can fix their uploading situation, because it's actually not allowing you to upload in 1080 or 4K anymore. It's limited to whatever 720 or 750 pixelation. And I would like to be able to upload clear, more high definition video of the coins. I can't do that until YouTube fixes this bug with the last update in software. So, and it's a deal with YouTube and Apple. Apple products because the Apple MacBooks, they're uploading software in them. There's a conflict between the two technologies, and I'm not smart enough to know exactly what that is.
I got you.
Yeah, Mrs. Maltby. You know, I've actually she's obviously the engineer and then the producer. You're actually a producer, an engineer. What else? What other titles do you hold?
And Cat's mother.
And Cat's mom. But really, she's a good producer and engineer. She figures out some of the tech problems on this end. And the only reason we have good sound now is because she got us this new speaker setup.
Actually, the people got this.
The people did.
microphone.
Yeah, you gave it to them. Mrs. Maltby got all of you a Christmas gift. She felt so bad that you guys have to...
I mean, like, their donations
Yeah, that's true.
actually truly went towards it.
Yeah,
so,
your little donations that you got, you put towards this
all the little
new...
super chats, Bill Spencer's money, everybody contributed towards this.
Yeah, they got you the new mic so they can get better sound. I love it. Better quality.
So they could hear you better when you ramble. And
Yeah, when I just ramble
and
about
when
things,
you
tell
assume the
stories.
gender of liberty.
You can tell that, yeah, whatever. It's I've got a whole video on the origins of Columbia and Libertas, Liberty, Lady Liberty, and where it comes from. I know all of you have seen that video if you've been on this channel for any length of time. I do have a video on that, on the origins of Lady Liberty.
I was joking because you said she looked manly.
I'm sure
And
they're gonna try to change her gender at some point. I'm not gonna put that past anybody.
Right?
We know that's coming. It's just gonna be, you can't even call her Lady Liberty anymore. You're just gonna have to call her, like, you know, whatever pronoun they're gonna give Liberty. You know, I don't know. They'll just call it androgynous bipedal mammal called Liberty. That's what the androgynous bipedal mammal. Bipedal meaning on 2 feet. You know what I mean. That's what that's what it is now. It. We can't even gender it. Don't gender.
Xer, XIR or whatever.
Okay, we're done. I'm not going to change this down, and we're not going down the gender path on this. There's only two. I'm not going to debate it.
Just continue.
So we're going back.
Dear sir.
Yes, ma'am. It's ma'am. It's ma'am. I'm going to talk about these Morgans, so let me get into this now. Now, when I was looking up Morgans today, I came across this article, and I'm going to share it with you. At the end of this, I'm going to share with you some auctions that I found that I couldn't believe. I still don't believe. I think that there's something wrong. We'll see. It could be a scam. We'll go check them out. All right, let's check it out. This is an article when I was thinking of and looking up and reading about and just having fun with Morgan dollars. I came across this piece today. And it's called the 1900 O over CC Morgan dollar, the last Carson City dollar. And I thought to myself, the last Carson City dollar, the 1900, what's going on? I mean, I never heard of this error. You know, I know there's all types of errors out there, different double strikes and this and that, and dates, you know, where they would screw up a date number. And this caught my attention. And, you know, it's a new article, November 30th, 2020. It's, you know, a month or so old. But I'd never heard of the situation in my collecting and all my little red books. And of course, I was a kid. I might not have paid much attention back then. You know, anytime there was an error coin, it was immediately out of my price bracket, you know, because I was dealing with like bubblegum money and baseball card money. So I didn't have a lot to spend on my Morgans. So if it was a rare type or variety, I wasn't the kid that was going to buy it. But here I came across this. And so I had to read it. And I'm going to just share with you the article that I read today because it's interesting. If you like coins, if you like Morgans, this is something I never knew existed. So I'm going to share it because I think it's exciting.
DW, thank you.
Oh, DW, he
I
just threw down.
appreciate that.
Look at that. Mrs. Maltby, this is to start a new fund. Thanks, D-Dub.
Maybe it'll go towards my headless.
No, it's going to go towards your laptop that's on Fritz.
Oh.
All of this is run through her little laptop that every once in a while it looks like smoke's going to come out of it.
The one I let you use?
Yeah, the one I took over.
Erased for your channel?
Yes. Okay. Well, let me talk about this coin because this is cool, and I want to show them these, and then take them over to eBay so they can check out some for themselves because these are actually on there. I didn't know how rare they would be, and I looked them up, and there's a lot of these available. Of course, until the Junius Maltby crowd goes and gobbles them all up, so that there's no more. Let's see if you guys can corner the market. The Maltby crowd corners the market on the O over Carson City Morgans. So the Carson City Morgan dollars bearing the famous CC mint mark, and I'm going to keep interrupting here because this is about Morgans, and I was a kid. Big part of my coin collecting was Morgans. CCs, again, were untouchable. They were the untouchables for me. They were out of this realm. They were always scarcer and commanded, a little bit more. So I didn't have any. I don't think I ever had a Carson City. I think if I did have one, I would have been pretty excited about it. You'd think I would remember, but I don't recall having a Carson City as a kid. I just remember seeing them in the books, seeing how much more they commanded in price. And then even today, I discovered that apparently there's the GSA, the Government Strategic Authority, or there's some strategic bullion reserve of Morgans, I believe. And apparently they released it, which changed the values on a lot of what were considered rare Carson Cities. And I don't know the whole story on that. So one day I might have to do a story on it for you guys. Because that's the thing. As I learn new stuff, I've always liked to come to the channel and you guys learn alongside me and I just share it. And the older I get, it's fun because I forget things that I knew and then I have to relearn them. And it feels like it's a brand new day again. But this, I'm sure I never knew, is this CC mint mark story that we're going to cover. So again, bearing the CC mint mark are at the top of many coin collectors' want lists, unless you're young little Junius. Struck at the Carson City Mint in Nevada from 1878 through 1893, these so-called CC Morgan dollars are symbolic of the Old West and the massive silver lodes that were discovered there during the latter decades of the 19th century. That entire paragraph so far, it just reads like the Wild West. I mean, this is, again, that captures for you the lure that Morgans had for me as a kid. And again, greetings, Rolf is in the chat. Good day, Rolf. We're just getting started. We're just getting into it. We're talking about Morgan dollars today. And if you catch this from the beginning, we're going to be doing some discussions regarding Morgans, one of my earliest and favorite coins as a kid. And I just wanted to share it with everyone tonight. So everyone give a big round of applause to Ralph joining in. Carlos Danger's here now, I can see also. Good. So we got a full crowd in the house and we're just getting started, so that's good. Anyways, you just read in the very beginning, kind of describes when these were minted, when Morgans came out, and that immediately describes me as a young kid why I was so excited. Morgans just captured to me that Wild West, everything in the Wild West in a coin. And Carson City Morgans were generally quite scarce. They were with several dates yielding either six-figure or low seven-figure mintages, so very rare. They were just a scarcer coin. And survival rates that are just a fraction of those mintages. Survival rates being ones that weren't melted down and scrapped or whatever, disappeared, ground up through time. It's not far-fetched to categorize even the most common of CC, Carson City, so anytime you see CC, it's Carson City, Morgan dollars, as at least semi-keys. One of these issues, the 1889 CC, with a mintage of 350,000, is a bona fide series key date. Many Morgan dollar key date meaning the one that you have to complete, a collection. So that's just okay. Is a bona fide on the regular issue? Okay, I'm trying to find where I left off. Mintage 350,000 is a bona fide series key date. Many Morgan dollar enthusiasts will focus their Carson City Mint pursuits on the regular issue coinage from the CC Mint. All told, there are 13 distinct Carson City issues counted among the regular issue business strikes, not considering branch mint proofs and the myriad varieties known among Carson City Morgans. And here's an image of the coin we are discussing. This is a 1900 O over Carson City Morgan. And don't worry, I've got lots of pictures pulled up with it we're going to share with more details. So if I can see a question right now, Roger Mueller asking if we can see the CC, and yes, you can. But I'm not going to spoil it. We're going to go through this. One of the most important Carson City Morgan dollar varieties wasn't even struck until 7 years after the last regular issue Carson City Morgan rolled off the presses. This is why this is so interesting. That's why coin collecting always leads to like these mysteries and treasure hunts and heists. And it's the reason coin collecting is so fun. The subject coin here is the 1900 O over CC Morgan dollar, a fantastic over mint mark coin that clearly shows the O mint mark of the New Orleans mint superimposed atop the CC Carson City mint mark. How did something like that happen? Perhaps it's a little less stupefying when one realizes that in the early 1900s, the Philadelphia Mint was distributing prepared dies to all branch mints, which included the Carson City and New Orleans mints. As the Carson City Mint stopped producing coins in 1893 and was officially decommissioned as a U.S. mint facility by 1899, the Philadelphia Mint no longer had a need for Carson City emblazoned reverse dies by the time the 1900 O over CC Morgans were minted. More than one reverse die was sent to the New Orleans Mint containing the O over CC mint mark. There are at least 6 known die marriages with that variation, as listed by Morgan dollar experts Leroy Van Allen and A. George Mallis in their seminal volume Comprehensive Catalog and Encyclopedia of Morgan and Peace Dollars. We're going to pause for just a moment, because imagine being listed as a Morgan dollar expert. Like, that is literally your title. You're an expert on Morgan dollars. That's pretty cool. These guys must have spent a considerable amount of time just studying Morgan. I mean, they have a seminal volume titled Comprehensive Catalog and Encyclopedia of Morgan and Peace Dollars. Incredible. The numismatic question therefore remains: how did the 1900 O over CC Morgan dollar even come into existence? 2 plausible theories exist concerning the origin of this fantastic variety. One attributes the O over CC as the memorialization of an oops moment on the part of a mint employee in Philadelphia, who in that era of individually hand-punching mint marks onto working dies, accidentally grabbed the wrong mint mark punch when preparing the dies to be sent to New Orleans.
Did he also want $15 an hour?
Who's that, the guy doing it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Even though he messed up?
Even though he messed up, I'm sure he got paid. I've always said, and that's it, I'm going to pause again. I got to tell you about the old little famous little tiny young Junius coin collecting heist idea. This is bad. This is a true story now, because we're talking about mint varieties and errors, and I already told you when I was a kid, they always escaped me because they were rare. Well, let me leave this right where it was. So I got to interrupt with this story because you just reminded me of that. I thought when I was a kid, I was like, man, and because she just mentioned someone working at the mint. I thought, what if you got a job at the mint, or if I worked at the mint and I was also a coin collector, I could mess up dies on purpose. I could double stamp some. I could mess up a date on some. I could grab the wrong die. And then you could tell your buddies, or you could figure out a way to find out where they're going and get them, or pocket them, because people used to jack stuff from the mint, right? And that there's historical precedent to that. Well, and then you would basically create rarer varieties, maybe let like 500 or 1,000 through of a certain stamp, like the 1969 double stamp S, right? Penny. It's a penny with a double strike S, or the double strike. I believe the whole obverse, I believe, was double strike. It's called 1969 double S Lincoln penny. Anyways, very valuable if you can find one in your change, which I doubt you will. So every time I ever see a 1969 S, I believe it's one of the most valuable coins in circulation because they believe there's more out there today. Well, anyways, I thought when I was a kid, if you could mess up coins on purpose and pocket a few, you would. It'd be like a little side gig, a little side hustle. You're like, I'm the guy at the mint that screws coins up. That was my heist. That's how I.
Bronklin?
I'm from Bronklin. Yeah, I work at the mint. I screw the dies up, and then I give the coins to my cousin Vinny, and then he sells them on the market. Gets like $50 each for them, for like pennies and nickels at the coin shops. And then we go out, we play pool with it. It's a good heist. That's what I would have pulled off as a kid. The double stamp heist. All right, enough madness. I told you guys. I don't know why you guys even hang out here to hear this garbage. I got to finish the story Stop.
Sometimes I finish and I
Okay,
just...
two plausible theories exist. Okay, the oops moment. That's where we left off. The other theory suggests that the Philadelphia Mint was repurposing unused Morgan dollar reverse dies, so repurposing old dies that were already prepared for the Carson City Mint months or years earlier, and they repunched an O mint mark over the extant CC for use at the New Orleans Mint. For many numismatic experts, this particular proposal makes more sense because many dies originally prepared for the Carson City Mint ended up going unused after the facility's closure and were reappropriated for use. So that kind of makes sense to some people, I guess. Due to the large mintages of coins at the New Orleans Mint in 1900 and the fact that at least a handful of reverse dies bear the anomaly, this fascinating over-mint mark yields a decent number of survivors. Perhaps as much as 10% of the original 1900 Morgan dollar mintage of 12,590,000 pieces wound up with the over mint mark variety, meaning roughly 1.2 million coins have borne the O over CC mint mark. However, attrition through circulation, melting, and other forms of damage over the decades decimates that figure. Therefore, PCGS Coinfax estimates that there are now approximately only 50,000 examples across the grading spectrum. Remarkably, about 50% of the survivors are in uncirculated grades, including 3,000 in MS65 or better. However, there are no known examples that are in proof-like or deep mirror proof-like condition. Even though many of these coins, so those are the ones to look for if you could ever find one, were paid out by banks in the years immediately following their release, the large fraction of uncirculated survivors may be best explained by the bulk discovery of these coins in bags. Quantities of 1900 Morgan dollars were released from the United States Treasury vaults well into the mid-20th century. What's more, collectors became privy to the variety by the 1920s, ensuring that generations of collectors have been cognizant of the coin and have saved many of them from entering circulation. Counterfeits are known, and thus it's best to stick with buying certified specimens. Many 1900 CC Morgan dollars boast a sharp strike and excellent luster, so eye appeal usually isn't a problem for these coins. Neither is the matter of affordability, with PCGS Coinfax listing VF20 specimens at $120 and AU50 examples around $210, an expense to be sure, but these prices rival the fair market value of similarly circulated regular Carson City Morgan dollars, yet also offer the added bonus of being a noteworthy variety. Those who want to obtain uncirculated specimens may look to PCGS MS63 specimens, which fetch $750, Gems MS65 and 66, $1,750 to $4,600, respectively. MS67s tempt PCGS set registry collectors with just two known specimens, one graded in MS67 and the other MS67 Plus, the latter representing the record price of $52,875, realized in 2015 Legend Rare Coin Auction sale. Wow, incredible! So it is, but it's available. You can find them, and let me show you some cool pictures of them. Here is an image of the O over. You can see the Carson City in there. I got another one coming up. It'll show you right here. You can see the O, and there's the C in the C. So take a look. O right here. And the red comes in, there's a part of a C there and a part of a C there. So you should be able to see that quite clearly. And that is all the images I believe I have of that one. There's the article, and you can kind of see the CC in there as well. But talking about Morgans, and then this was, what do you think of the odds are of this? December 18th, this article came out just recently. And this is Congress approves the Design Centennial 2021 silver dollars. So we'll just share this real quick, and then we'll go look at some of the real Morgan stuff that I've got pulled up. Legislation seeking coinage to recognize the centennial anniversary of the 2021 of the transition from the Morgan to the peace dollar awaits, because as you know, in 1921, that's when that transition took place. President Trump's signature is waiting for that. HR 6192. The 1921 Silver Dollar Coin Anniversary Act was introduced in the House March 11th, 2020 by Representative Andy Barr. Received in the Senate September 23rd. Bank House, Urban Affairs. Let's I want to get to the details of the coin. They passed the measure December 17th unanimously. A mirror bill in the Senate, S4326, introduced July 27 by Mike Enzi, Wyoming. Championed by longtime collectors. Said the discussions U.S. Mint indicated options would include issues struck at Denver, Philadelphia, and San Francisco mints. It authorized the production of Morgan and peace dollars, and not less than 0.90 fine silver, with the balance of the alloy and copper. So they're going to make a nice Morgan and peace dollar. Pay attention to this, honey. We're going to have to remember these, because when the mint comes out with these, I'm going to have to pick a couple. It'd be fun to grab one. This is pretty cool. Privy marks could be added to specific Morgan dollar issues. I hope they don't ruin it with privy marks. To pay homage to the silver dollar output at the former Carson City Mint in Nevada and New Orleans Mint in Louisiana. said discussions included details for proof and uncirculated releases, with the possibility for special sets to include coins of different finishes from multiple mints. Wow. That's going to be interesting. Interesting. I wonder if they're going to use the old dies. I mean, that's something I'm curious about, if they're using, because I know they have old dies of the reverse and such, or if they're going to have new ones made. I hope they look, I mean, if they use old dies, it would be the way to go, because then you're getting dies that struck original Morgans. Wow. Man. Rolf, have you ever heard my old saying, mica? It's mica, M-I-C-A. I want to get big red hats made that say mica. And when people ask what it is, it's make Istanbul Constantinople again. I'd like to lead a crusade to free Constantinople.
The fact that I'll be making that Vienna video to make fun of you.
Oh, yeah. Of course you will. Anyways, this is interesting. Everyone, so keep your eye on that. Let's keep our eye on these Morgans that are supposedly coming out this year.
Don't count on me to keep
100th year anniversary. Now we'll have to check it out. You guys keep me informed when these come out, because I might forget. So that's up to you guys. DW, write that down on your hand. D-Dub, write that down. Keep it written on your hand until they come out, so you never forget to tell me. Every day, every time we do a live, like, Junius, 100 days till the new Morgans come out. 30 days and counting. So I went online because I wanted to see if there's any Morgan rolls. I was just, for some reason.
Why are you yelling?
I'm a loud person. Italians are loud people. And I don't know how the sound comes through with the speaker. I was looking at these this morning, and these are these supposedly sealed bank rolls, some of them. And I don't know how long they've been sealed. Some of them claim they've been unsearched. Like these ones here, vintage, uncirculated. The reason I'm trying to find the Carson City ones. There's a roll, supposedly, these were sealed in Carson City and have not been opened. Proof like 1879 and Carson City Morgan ends. Look at this roll. Unique pre-1905 roll of brilliant uncirculated Morgans. Incredible. But check this out up here. So let me show you. Where was I at? There's a vintage roll here, and I don't know when this was rolled. That's the problem. I'm not good at this, figuring out when these were rolled and whatnot. Where's the details on this one? Numismatic time capsule, vintage $10 roll of pre-1921 Morgans. So this is dates anywhere from 1878 to 1904. They don't know when it was rolled, but you can see the ends. So it's got an 1879 and 1891. So it was obviously rolled sometime after 1891 because the 1891 is in there. It looks circulated as well. So this coin roll was probably rolled, or who knows, 95, anywhere from 18. Well, we know anywhere from 1891 to 1904. You would have to guess. That's when this one. But the ones that I wanted to show you were actually brilliant. Like there's this one here. Check this out. This is craziness. So this guy has all these rolls apparently that are vintage, unopened, and the coins on them. I mean, it looks like these come from like the strategic stockpile or something. Like these coins were never in circulation. So who knows what is in these coin rolls? And so you're getting a roll of 10. I'm not a seller. I don't know any of these sellers, by the way. I'm not like promoting anyone's product. I just thought this was cool. This is the kind of thing that I eat my breakfast over. Just like looking at things like this and, you know, having coin fantasies, daydreaming, remembering Morgans, falling down rabbit holes like that article we just went through with the O over CC. So what's crazy is these Morgans, $10. It's a $10 roll, so there's 10 Morgans in there. But again, they've never been circulated, which is, I find that, I don't know, it's interesting. But there's a lot of them. I couldn't believe it. I thought, you know, maybe there'd be like a one-off. There's one auction that you'd see. But apparently, there's several. Like, here's another one, $6.29. And you can buy it now for that, apparently. You can or you can make the guy an offer. So these coins here apparently are, I think, Carson Cities. Some of them. Let's see. Auction, one uncirculated Morgan silver dollar roll pictured above. The roll is stamped First National Bank of Carson City. So there could be Carson Cities. All coins are to be expected. Okay, so all the coins in the roll are expected to be uncirculated or gem brilliant uncirculated. Uncirculated to gem BU with a mix of dates and mint marks. While rare dates sometimes are included, they should not be expected in every roll. That's so pretty interesting. Again, most coins are expected to be, well, they're rolled in Carson City. They're expected to be gem and BU. So again, that's I'm trying to see if you can see a mint mark on any of them. Can you see one there? That's an O. I can tell clearly that's an O.
Physics Hypernova has a good point.
What?
You're going to have $600 of Gibbs soon.
When does my Gibbs come?
So you can maybe get your...
This would be a great thing to spend my Gibbs on if I could. I would have to ask someone I know that happens to be a special someone if I have permission to do that. Right? I mean, we would talk about it.
You are a lucky man.
I am. I'm a lucky man. But I can't just. We talk about things like that. If I was going to blow $600 on some coin roll,
the problem
I would tell you.
With each other is with the boom boom things.
Oh, the GUNs.
The Arkansas kangaroos and things. I'm not one of those people. Here's
another coin roll.
So, whatever.
Same seller. Oh, okay. You heard it. Everyone has heard it here. I have permission, if these still exist, if these uncirculated coin rolls are still available when the stimulus check breaks, you heard it here. Mrs. Maltby has given me permission to throw down on an uncirculated roll of Morgans. They're going to be gone because everyone in the chat's going to go grab them. I can tell already. I'll bet you, who's the Morgan guy in the chat? I don't know. Let's see. I thought we had a Morgan guy in the chat. I know. So these are pretty interesting. Again, I don't know when they were rolled. They look pretty old, though. The rolls, they look old. I don't know when they were rolled. There's an 1885 there. There's a Carson City. That one right there. That's a Carson City there. There's an 1878 there. Very interesting. Yeah, go check these out. You guys that are on there that have eBay, tell me what you think. Go look at the pictures and see what you think of these. I'm trying to find the seller name. Oh, it's Nevada Unclaimed. NV.unclaimed. They've got 1,416. Open that in a new tab. We'll go check their shop out. But it's NV.unclaimed 1416. Very interesting. So I can't wait to share with you guys because, again, I have for the first time since I was a kid. You know, I haven't had a nice Morgan since I was a kid. So the first Morgan, again, that's beautiful, showed up with that treasure trove I've shared with you guys and told you about. I'm going to present it here, but I want to do it more justice. I want to do a beautiful video where we actually talk about the designs of the Morgan, the years it was minted, the mint numbers, and some more in-depth Morgan dollar information.
You have to film it in my slow.
Yeah, and I got to film the coin with a better camera and do it justice. So that's why that Morgan's not in today's video. This is kind of a, what could we call this? A trailer? Yeah.
This is a you don't want to watch Frozen video.
This is a preparation to the Morgan video I'm going to do. And many of you know, again, Morgans are so dear to me. I've carried one my whole life. I carry an 1878. It's a slick. It's worn. It's a first-year Morgan, the year 1878, first year they were minted. And it's in my wallet all the time to remind me of sound money so that I can explain certain economic principles to people. So, you know, yours truly, the Gold Hawk Junius, the only thing he really carries is sound money on him all the time, everywhere he goes. I mean, literally everywhere is a Morgan. And it's nice. So they're very close to me. I'm never without one. That's a kind of a strange thing to think about. I'm never in my life without a Morgan dollar. It's with me everywhere I go all the time. So I don't carry any money or currency more than a Morgan, which is pretty cool. You know, people don't carry them anymore, and so.
Yeah.
Do you carry Morgan dollar, Mrs. Maltby?
No, you know me. I nearly lost my wallet in the store.
That's right, because you don't have pockets. I have to carry her wallet half the time because she doesn't even have little pockets. But there's more. There's more vintage rolls here. I don't know why these ones are $1,200 compared to the other. What the heck is this? Vintage unopened. Now these, I don't know. I don't buy that. How do they know if they're unopened? I mean, because someone you would think could copy paper rolls. They look pretty clean. And you know, as soon as somebody gets these, they're going to crack it. No one buys these to not search them. Everybody's going to search these rolls when they get them. I wonder how often somebody gets lucky and scores. And this is that, I wonder if this is that Nevada guy again. Let's just check. This is Christmas Eve shopping with Junius. The days before, just browsing around. Some people window shop for clothes. We just like to look at coins. This roll doesn't look like it's as... Yeah, these are circulated. Currency shop. No telling when they were... It looks like it was rolled in Carson City, though. Very peculiar. Very interesting.
Rolf wants to know if those are Chinese Morgans.
I think these ones are pretty authentic. There are some Chinese knockoff Morgans out there. I can assure you that. There are... I've done videos on fake silver in the past. And there are... I mean, I would guess there's probably fake counterfeit of every classic coin. I know it's a huge thing with some early U.S. coinage, some of the early Spanish coinage. I've done some videos on here where there's featuring fake U.S. silver dollars.
I'm gonna get into that business.
Counterfeit?
Yeah.
Let's find it here. Counterfeit Morgan dollars. We're going to look it up right now. Counterfeit Morgans. You can usually spot them just because the details are not as sharp and everything on them. Here's a pretty good counterfeit, it looks like. View image. Newly identified counterfeit 1894 O Morgan. Wow, that actually looks like a really good counterfeit too. Very good. And it gives you key areas to look at. I don't know what they see there. Looks like a little bump next to the D, right behind the D. And then right above the wing here, it's got a defect. Some little detail in here inside where the eagle wing is. Looks like it was not filled in fully. And then the O. Apparently the O looks off a little bit. And then by this star here, which would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stars from the left of the 1 on the 18, 5 stars, and right kind of below and off to the left of the nose. It looks like there's a little defect at the bottom of the star, maybe some extra material or something that remained. So yeah, there are.
That must be
that's one of the best.
Bronklin edition.
I don't know. This would have totally. I mean, I've seen fake Morgans that I called immediately. I mean, as fast. I mean, instantly. It's an instant. This would have had me. That would have fooled me. And there's no way I would have caught this. No way I would catch that coin with a naked eye. That is an absolute perfect counterfeit. You'd have to magnet test it. You'd have to weigh it. You'd have to measure it with calipers. I don't know how you would not find that as a fake. This fake, that's a video on YouTube fakes, or it's a video. I've done a video. I think I have a fake Morgan in a video, and typically the details were just pretty obvious in the face and the depth, the way it was struck. How to spot Chinese fake dollars. Here's a video on YouTube, and I actually did. Again, I've got a video. I've got 2 videos, actually. There's 2 videos on my channel of counterfeits that you can find. Here's an obvious. This is an early 1804 dollar, and that's what they look like. It's totally fake. And again, the Chinese knocked these out today. I mean, you can look up videos right now on. Actually, as a matter of fact, Chinese counterfeit coins. There should be a video on it. Yeah, here you go. Because they're doing this today. I know for a fact that I've shared the coins that I shared with you guys. That's not what I was looking for. The coins that I shared with you guys were given to me by a friend who was in Afghanistan, and he was able to acquire. They were everywhere there, and they were like, I mean, they were being produced currently. I mean, these weren't like old coins, but the Chinese have been flooding the market with fake, counterfeit coinage, and classic coins and stuff for a long time. And I believe I might have shared this article with you guys. Oh, this is from July. I don't think I did then, because this is this year. There's an image of a die press, but this person snuck in. And there you can see they're cranking out, it looks like Morgan dollars there. Not sure. These are freshly struck fake Morgans. These are freshly struck. This is happening right now. I mean, I'm telling you, dude, this is the kind of thing I would wage wars over. I really don't care about the oil stockpile or what they do to certain groups or this or that. I mean, it's like, hey, I'm going to wage war. It's because you're faking silver dollars. Like, I'm sending in, if I'm president, nukes, Marines, B-52s, cruise missiles, space-based weapons, base on the moon, build a Death Star, and remove that nation from the planet's surface completely. Border to border, top down, side to side, burn it. It would look like I don't know, a biblical event. That's what it would look like. Because it really ticks me off. I don't like counterfeits because it ruins the trust that you can have in coins and at coin shows or even buying things. Just disrupts the whole marketplace, and then it's people get had. Genuine people too. It's good people, normal people that are they mean well. They're trying to do well or whatever. They're just trying to have a hobby, and then they end up getting taken for something like these. And these fake Morgans. They don't look that great, but I think sometimes they actually purposely wear them and circulate them to make them look older. And that throws people off a little bit. But again, these are usually not even made out of silver. Sometimes they're plated. Some have steel or different alloy cores. They're just made different. Here's an edge view of the fake Morgans. Chinese worker applying edge lettering to fake coins. Look at this guy or lady. She's operating a machine, applying edge lettering to fake coins. Look at all these dies. Look at this picture. You guys see this? Look at this.
Do you want to run for presidency in 2024?
Why run for presidency?
Do you think people would accept me as the first lady?
I don't think that's possible. Why are they commenting on my violent aggression towards coin counterfeiters?
No, somebody said Maltby for Prez 2024.
So look at all of these. These are all U.S. coins too, and I've featured some of these with you guys. There's a penny, it looks like, back there. These are all U.S. dollars here. Oh, look at this. There's a crown. Or yeah, that's a fake crown right there. Reverse. I don't know what this one is here. Wow. So these are fake coin dies in China. There you go. Look at that one. There's a crown reverse. Fake. This is an artificial. This is counterfeit dies in a counterfeit factory in China right now. I mean, there's probably still going on. Guarantee it. They have Greek drachmas dated between 1833 and 1845. Let's see. This is Chinese workers making counterfeit rare coins in their little factory. Look at this. Look at all these fake coins in boxes ready to go. So like I told you, my friend in Afghanistan who was doing security work there, he bought me, because he knew I liked coins and all this stuff, and it was a joke. He brought back a bunch of these fake coins. I don't even know where they are. I know I have them somewhere. I don't know where they are.
Who?
My fake coins.
Your fake coins?
Yeah, I got some fake ones, and they're in a box somewhere, probably in the garage. You know, I don't value them because they're fake. But I got them somewhere. These fake ones. I did a video on them. They're garbage. Chinese-made fake silver and copper coins, and boxes of them. I don't know how we fell down this rabbit hole today. Oh, look at that. Standing Liberty quarters, fakes. Those look pretty good, too. You see all these Standing Liberty quarters? Look at them all. All fakes. All of them. Man. This pisses me off. Look at all the fake. A showroom in a Chinese counterfeiting factory. Why do they... It's incredible. All full of fakes. You see this? Storage area of another type of place. Non-customer accessible storage areas. Wow. Fake Indian head and large cents. It's incredible. I'm actually shocked. Fake Chinese ingots and bars. Fake Chinese iron and bronze artifacts. They even counterfeit their own antiquities. They have no respect. Fake antiquities and art objects, counterfeit. They probably sell this stuff to tourists. Fake everything. They just fake everything. It's all artificial and fake. You can't trust it. I did find a fake coin recently, and I'll share it with you guys, and we'll do a video on that coming up pretty soon. I actually discovered a fake coin. Yes, a counterfeit that was assumed as genuine. So I'm going to share that and show you guys that fake coin coming up here pretty soon. And it hasn't been featured here yet. It's a new one. It's a new fake. And you will see it. What is this? AU55. That's an 1877 Carson City. These ones are actually fakes and slabbed, which is incredible. That's actually frightening.
Oh, Carlos Danger has a point.
What's Carlos?
Do you think we could possibly fake the shipwrecks too, like a Chinese shipwreck?
I don't like fake coins.
No, like the shipwreck itself. Like we can just sink a ship and just throw some coins down there. Just make it more authentic.
Like shipwrecked counterfeits?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure you could. I don't know. It's possible. I found a fake 1882 8 reels Mexican, Republic of Mexico straight J, ZS. So Zulu Sierra, ZS, 1882 ZS, fake 8 reals silver coin. And I'll show you, we'll do a video on that pretty soon. And it's just, it's typical. That's what the Chinese are flooding the market with this stuff. Again, there's Chinese fakes for everything. And they're actually, you can see it here. They're slabbing, it looks like. So you even got to be careful on if the slab itself contains a counterfeit coin. Pretty fake slab coins are not PCGS or NGC. They've been okay. Wow, unbelievable. Fake slabs. That should just infuriate somebody. Really infuriates me. These, no, I think these look pretty real.
Are you off? Is this a side quest story, or are you going in order of something?
I'm done. I actually am done. I did it. We went through everything we were going to do, and then we were going to... Why were we...
No, I was just asking. I feel like sometimes I have to bring you back to...
Oh, no, we were doing more. Today was just random. This was like, again, this is unscripted. This is the extemporaneous ramblings of a madman on a coin binge channel. Gold and silver. And today, I fell down the Morgan rabbit hole because I was handling and looking at a beautiful Morgan that was recently given to me as a gift. And as I'm looking at that Morgan, I started reading more about Morgans, and just it kind of rekindled an old fire that I had, which was a passion for the Morgan silver dollar. So when I was younger, again, I was consumed by it, obsessed with them, always trying to slowly complete a collection. And for me, it was a big deal. When I was like a 9-year-old kid buying a Morgan dollar of even the most beat up size, but especially if it was anything redeemable, that was like 90% of my income for the year. You're talking about impoverished. I was, what are some of the words that they use to describe the underserved populations?
Oh.
I was
well, I can't say what I want to say.
Well, I was for me as a young kid buying a Morgan dollar, it broke the bank often. So it was a slow process, to get one every several months or one a year.
You were the tiny tin.
Oh, I was a special little kid in the coin shops because I was the only one in there.
You were.
I'd ride my bike there, I'd walk there.
You were the tiny tin.
I'd go in there, I'd bug those guys. I'd talk to them about stuff. They like me, though. They like seeing a young kid, into coins. Everyone else... think of it back then. When I was 7, 8, 9, 10 years old, and I was the only kid in this coin shop, it was a classic. It was one of the best.
Did they ever give you any free coins?
They gave me, I think, maybe a dime or a penny every now and then.
That's because they wanted you to leave.
No, they were cool. I'd call them and ask them about... It was fun. I'd call them in the morning sometimes. This is a true story. Very true story. They knew my voice. They knew what little kid calls a coin shop? So get this. This is a true story.
Just tiny tins.
Listen. I started doing this when I was like 7 years old. Because today you have the internet and cell phones, right? But what's one thing that I do every day? I check what? The metal prices, silver and gold. I used to call this coin shop as a little kid, probably once a day, sometimes more. I'd call them in the morning, and then like the banks, they do the 3 calls a day to figure out the gold price. I'd call them in the morning. I remember, I forget the name of the coin shop. So-and-so, I can help you. One of them was a Greek guy with a black mustache, short, squat, round fellow. Just a wonderful guy. Dark, beady eyes, Greek. Big black mustache like a walrus. And then the other guy was this tall, skinny Frenchman. I remember him vividly. He was very French. And I'd call him up, and they'd ask if they can help me, and I'd be like, yeah, what's the silver price today? And they'd be like, hold on a second. It's $4.23. Oh, okay. And what's gold today? And they'd be like, $327.48. Oh, okay. Thanks. Bye. Click. And then 4 hours later, calling. Hello, can I help you? So coins. Yeah. Hi. What's the price of silver today?
You're annoying them
it's $4.78. It was up 15 cents today, kid. So I'd call them. But they knew. And I'd go there, I'd ride my bike there, and I'd ask them what the price of metals were or whatever. And then they had a big auction board, and you could bid on coins. You could write you get a bidder number.
Oh, what did you bid? Your
I would bid on coins with real money. Like I've had my allowance. Because I think it was every Friday at like 3:00 or 4:00 in the afternoon, they would close the bids for the week. So they had these big boards set up across this wall with all these coins on them. And they'd post Morgan dollars on that. This is the story of how, this is great because Miss Maltby's never heard this story about when I was a little boy, getting coins. This is how I acquired some of these Morgans. So I'd ride my bike there and this behind the glass would be all the different coins with their lot numbers and such. And somehow, I didn't sign a credit report, but somehow I actually had a bidder number. These guys gave me, because I was good for it. I never backed out. Like if you bid, you had to buy it. Or these guys like broke your legs or cut you in half with a chainsaw. It was bad news.
The Bronklin guys?
You didn't mess with these guys. These are hardcore coin dealers, man. Tough. Alphas. So, but I can just think back. Like I don't even remember when I got it or how I applied for it, but somehow I got a bidding number, right? So you'd write your number. Let's say my number was like 1873. 187. That's my person signed to my name. Little Junius. This is his number. You'd walk up, you'd write your bid number, and then you'd write the price you're willing to pay below the one above you. And it would say like 50 cents or $1, whatever the increment was. For like certain coins, it was like you had to move in $5 increments. For lesser coins, less. And the room would get crowded sometimes. You know, there'd be men in there like shoulder to shoulder, and there'd be certain key items or dates that people were kind of struggling over. And a person would write their number and their bid price down, and then another person, if they're interested in that coin, they'd look at it. You'd walk up and you'd write yours down, and you'd up them, and it would go back and forth sometimes for like 5 minutes, because I think if they closed it for the auction, that last couple minutes was like just like you'd see on eBay, frantic. You know, as soon as that person stepped aside, you'd get in there and try to write your number down to win it, and you'd get in bid wars, not fights, but you'd actually get in a bidding war. Handwriting them, because there's 300 or more items on the wall, and not everyone's going for the same stuff. It's just writing them down. And I remember, I think there might have been coins where I couldn't even reach at times, and my dad would have to lean up above me because it was like it was high up there, and he would write on the coin.
Did you have one of those little ball caps with the propellers on top?
I did not have a ball cap. I actually didn't like hats because that was
the propeller on top.
I didn't like hats when I was a kid because they messed up my hair, and I had a nice little Italian hairstyle.
For some reason, I have an image of you as a little boy wearing a propeller hat with your little phone.
I didn't have a phone. There was no. Oh yeah,
the house phone.
Calling them. Yeah.
What's the price of
with my comics?
Yeah, with your little.
So, anyways, let me finish the story. So that's how I acquired a lot of my Morgans. I'd go to these little auctions, and I'd go into the coin shop, and I'd bid on these coins. And I think some of the old guys would even feel sorry for me, and they'd let me win when I'd be bidding on a Morgan. But I remember how excited I was when they would close. And, I remember paying like, $20 maybe.
If I knew you when I was a little girl, I would have purposely messed up your bids. I would have just kept going.
You would have. You'd have followed me around, and messed me up.
I would have just made your bids go as high as possible, and then let you do the last one, and then backed away.
I would have not let you come into my coin store territory. I would have said, keep that mean girl away from me. She has cooties, and she's mean. No. That I do remember, though, thinking back, winning Morgans. Some of them, because I did have some beautiful Morgans when I was a kid, but back then they weren't that bad. It was for an 1898, I think, or 1889, I think that was a common date. If it was MS65 or MS62, some of them were not that bad. I mean, I remember paying $20 or $30 ranges for them. But, anyways, that's my story on Morgans when I was a kid, bidding on them, going to the coin shop, getting coins, looking at them. There's just no coin shops like that anymore. I mean, I can't even describe this place to you. I don't even know how they made money. I don't know how they paid rent. I don't know how they kept the lights on. What did these guys do? There was 2 guys in there working. But I know from the trap, the only other people going in there besides me, with my bike and my bubble gum and my pocket full of $3 and my propeller hat. I remember walking, buying when silver was $3 or $4 an ounce or whatever, and getting coins. It was crazy.
I I bet you one of your socks was like down at your ankle and the other was up at your calf.
I had
too.
like the acid wash
Like one
jeans.
of them was like it fell down. Like you know those kids with the little socks
I had
that are
zero
mismatched?
fashion sense. If you
Oh,
saw
I'm
me when I was a
sure.
kid, I looked like a transient. I probably looked like a homeless kid.
I'm sure.
Like I lived in a culvert or something,
I
or
fixed you.
a shopping cart.
I
But
fixed
you
you.
did. But I'm just trying to figure out economically how these guys paid their bills at home. Like, what did they eat? Where did they live?
It's because they all Vinnies from Brooklyn.
No, these guys couldn't have done well. They couldn't have done well.
Mob money.
I mean, again, it's like me. Imagine all day long, and like you had 12 customers. One of them is a 7-year-old kid who has no money. The other is like 4 people that are 68, 70, 80, and one 91-year-old guy. They come in there with like their social security or their pension check, and they're going through the Indian penny jar and mercury dime jars. I mean, how did these guys keep the lights on? I don't get it. It's a different era, but it was a cool little shop. I can remember the layout to this day. I know exactly where it is. I could get there. You could drop me there in that town, and I could find that coin shop in 5 minutes, or where the old location where it was at. Man, whew. It was so cool. I miss it.
Thanks for sharing.
I miss those simple days. I do.
Of
I
course.
seriously miss like being able to go to a coin shop as a little kid. The whole world was new. Yeah, sunny days.
Well, now you can enter a coin shop with a mask and nobody will bat an eye.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. I can go to a coin shop with a mask. Yeah. Let's see. Roger Mueller says he worked at a coin shop in 81 and saw 1876 proof quarter for $2,400. Wow. Unbelievable. Wow. Rolf says the virus on your silver coins means that they are unclean, and Steve Mnuchin now demands that all silver coinage, which is by default virus infected, must be handed in to your local bank.
Wait, but which virus is he talking about? Is it the new mutated version in England?
Oh,
or
you mean
is it
COVID?
the old COVID? Which
COVID
one are we
20?
on now?
COVID 21. I think we're at COVID.
We're at COVID.
Yeah, I think there's more COVID. There's Rocky episodes now. So there's like, I think we're
But
at
there's a
COVID
new
5.
one, apparently.
COVID
There's like
25.
a new mutated strain.
Oh, yeah. They're going to make
Because
this
they
up.
have to keep this going, right?
Oh, they'll keep it going, all right.
So they have a vaccine. And
You have
I
to
say
get a
that
new
loosely.
vaccine every day. Every day you get up, you have to get a
Since
vaccine.
they got a vaccine for this one, because they finished the election, they're like, crap, what are we going to do?
Oh, shoot. We used that
they
word
have to
in the video. YouTube's going to crawl it, and they're going to find us, and they're going to think we're anti-vax, and they're going to delete this video. They heard the robots are crawling it already. We're questioning the authorities.
Sorry, everyone.
Sorry for Mrs. Maltby's wrong think. There's nothing wrong with listen to them. The virus is real. I want you to get your vaccine. I'm getting 5.
Strain very seriously.
Take it seriously. Go out, get your vaccines. Everybody, let them plunge that shot into your arm. There's no harmful proteins. Don't believe the hype. Don't believe in it. Okay? It's very, very normal to fast track and utilize warp speed to develop a vaccine. They have the best scientists on this. It's very safe. Please, even if you have allergies, it's kind of overblown. It's for our safety. It's for immunity. It works, and it only works if everybody has it. That's why it works, because if you get the vaccine and I don't, we're still at risk, because only you have it. Everyone needs to get it. So again, I really just wanted to put that out there. It's kind of my public service announcement: is go get all the vaccines. Get 7.
All of them.
All of them.
Twice, 3
because I think
times.
Moderna has one, Pfizer has one.
Just get more.
There's
Yeah,
an
get one
Australian
from every
company. I would get one. Yeah, exactly. I wonder if is there a legal limit to how many vaccines I can get?
I don't think so.
I'm gonna call tomorrow. I'm gonna call them tomorrow and say, is there a legal limit to how many? Can I get like every kind and at least twice?
I also want the ones that they give the elite people, the ones where the stopper's already pushed all the way down. I want that version. I think they call it the air version, the invisible one.
Yeah, the one that the elite
that
are
was
getting.
the most effective.
I wonder if I can get a virus, like a vaccine milkshake, like every day. It's just like a giant, like a mug full of it, and just drink it.
Metal Boss brought this up in the chat. Don't be phased. Fainting is normal.
Oh, absolutely. It's a genetic thing. That was just purely, she had a genetic anomaly. I think it was hot in there. She was nervous. Her heart rate was elevated. It's absolutely safe. It's benign. I mean, look, if these people want to inject monkey pus into you or anything. Just allow, these people know more than you. I mean, I don't know if you're a doctor, raise your hand. I'm not raising my hand.
Rolf added on that
I'm not a doctor.
it's important.
I don't question
for
these people.
Build Back Better program.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone needs their shot so we can build back better. I mean, look, here's the deal. You know me. I will do anything the government tells me. Anything that, yeah. I'll do anything they tell me. If they tell me I need to jump, the only thing I do is ask how high. Because I'm brain dead. All right? That's how it is. Sorry.
Rolf, you're right. I'll only get the shot when Miss Kabbalah Harris gets it.
But you know how you can tell they had our best interest in mind is they wanted to give us $1,500 after we got it. They were going to try to pass that rule to where you could only get your $1,500 if you got the virus shot. That's how you can tell it's safe, and that's how you know it's good.
The stimulus check, the $1,500.
No, it was a reward. You see, you're looking at it wrong. They were actually giving it to you to say thank you for protecting us. Like it's a reward. It's an award. It's
not like it was a way to get minorities to come get it or anything, right?
Oh, why do you think this way? Why are you so negative?
I don't know.
Stop. You seriously, your negativity is like saying all kinds of negative waves my way and energy. You're like totally breaking my chakras in my moment.
Liberty Warrior is right.
I'm telling you.
Dropping dead is a normal side effect, and then you'll get to vote Democrat after that.
The $1,500 they were giving you was hey, thank you for protecting the planet. Thanks for looking out and being an A1 citizen. Thank you for your service. Here's $1,500 for getting the shot. There's no reason for them to give that $1,500 to people that aren't getting the shot. It's reward money. And I'm glad to take it.
Yeah.
I'll be glad to take it. $900 with your Gibbs. Yeah, they were going to give us money for the shot. What was the point you brought up just a second ago about it?
Oh, somebody said another side effect is being dead, and that's normal. And I said that's true.
Oh yeah,
it's normal. And then once you're dead, you can vote Democrat.
I like that's true. You can vote Democrat when you're dead. And then the Bell's palsy. Did you see? Look that up. Look, now I'm gonna get in big trouble. See, the thing is, I've ruined this whole video, this whole live. It's gonna be flagged, tagged, demonetized. YouTube's gonna break me over this one. They'll probably delist my channel because I questioned it. I'm not though. I'm just saying I think Bell's palsy is good. It kind of gives you you know what's cool? I'm gonna look at it let's look at it like this. Here's what's great about Bell's palsy. You can smile on one side and frown on the other.
Right.
And then boom, it's kind of efficient because you're kind of showing like both emotions so people can't figure it out.
You're literally two-faced.
You'd be like the best poker player.
I mean, it's
exactly.
The look of the
so
party,
let's just look at it that way.
If look of the party, being two-faced.
Yeah, I mean, if you get the vaccine and you do get Bell's palsy, it goes away.
Gosh. Brick Dictator.
It goes away.
He just dropped a donation, but his little icon picture cracks me up every time.
Oh, is that Lord Business?
Every time I see the Brick Dictator, it's Lord Business.
It's Lord Business.
With the Craggle.
Where's the Craggle? We must find the Craggle. Thanks, Brick Dictator, for the donation. Biden Harris will trade corn dogs in China for world power robots manufactured in U.S. government debt. I love it. Good comment.
Good thing everybody could hear what you just said.
You want me to read it fully? I was reading it to myself.
Yeah, read it.
Okay, let me go back over there. The comments are going too fast, so it's hard to read because everyone's typing. Biden Harris will trade corn and hogs to China for wind-powered robots that manufacture fabric masks and buy U.S. government debt. That is a wonderful comment. Thanks for making me slow the chat down so I could read it. That's very true. It's hilarious. I love it. Strong work. Yeah. Well, we left off. Back to Bell's palsy. Get it. I think it's fine. Nothing wrong with it. It goes away. Hopefully, do you think that got us out of it? I mean, really, I want to know if maybe do you think the robots that crawl the speech?
No, we're donezo.
No, I'm thinking I threw enough positive energy.
Get a big red notification on this video.
Hold on.
And they're gonna put Hold on. They're gonna put the little banner at the bottom.
There's someone at the door. Hold on, a van just pulled up. There's a group of guys at the door. They're all wearing ski masks. They want to just ask me. I don't know. Maybe they're lost. I'm gonna go talk to them. We heard you were talking negative about the virus, Junius. Come, we are going to take you to get re-educated. I don't want to go. I don't want to get re-educated. No, you must come to the re-education center. The government. We are here to talk to you about it. Yes, Junius?
It's the potato man.
I'm like, I don't want to go with you guys. I don't want to get in your van, man. But you were questioning the inoculation, Junius. This vaccine was from the government. The government has your interests. I didn't question the virus, I promise. I know it's real. Please, please, just put the shot in my arm. Please.
Potato Man Ski Patrol with Napalm Death.
Potato Man Ski Patrol.
Ugh.
Yeah, they'll ban this. They always do. They don't like the fact that I question them. I'll always question them. If you don't question your government...
Oh, by the way...
What's that?
I'd like to extend a, what would it be called? A tribute.
Tribute.
To Entity of Me.
Oh, we have news. We contacted Entity. I did. The other day, I think it was Rolf brought up, where's Entity of Me?
Yeah.
And he was concerned. And I remember years ago, or a year ago, it was a while back, I had gotten an email from him. So I went and I searched through, I typed in his name, and I actually found the old email. So there was an email address attached to it. And I replied and asked him how he was doing. Unfortunately, he has been permanently blocked and banned from YouTube completely.
IP address banned.
Like straight IP address banned for his political beliefs, for stating certain things and comments I guess he had made. So Entity of Me extended a heartfelt hello and welcome to all of you. He wishes you all the best. He wishes us the best. Maybe he's able to still watch this, just not logged in. So I don't know if he catches our videos, if he can hear us right now. If you're out there, Entity, if you can hear me, the chair is against the wall. The chair is against the wall. John has a long mustache. John has a long mustache. This is Radio Free America, Entity of Me. Just letting you know, there's your codes. We sent them out there. Hope you're well. If you can hear us, we're thinking of you. There, we did our little tribute to Entity. We found him. Hopefully he hears us.
We're at that point right now on this channel because of this video where, we're whipping out violins and the ship is going down.
Yeah.
All because of you.
What? What's that? Who's mad at me?
It's your fault.
What? You think I'm going to get banned because of my questioning of the man?
You're the one that brought all this up.
Yeah, that's all right. That's all right. Bring it. Come get me. You know me. You know me.
Yeah, Rolf is next because he had that Google moderator.
Yeah, you just kick rocks, That's it. Dig in. Kick rocks and dig in. Make yourself a little warfighting trench.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, we got severely distracted. That was fun though. I like that's what's great about it live is we kind of just naturally go in whatever direction we want. We have you here to talk about it. You kind of need your own mic one day because you're way over there.
People don't want me to have my own mic.
But they probably can't hear you. You're like 6 feet away.
They can hear me. I think they don't want me to
She's
have
over
my
at her
mic.
craft table. I wish I could find them. Should I show them? I want to show them the GIF. I'm going to show them what you look like. Pause. I found a GIF of Mrs. Maltby, and I'm going to show it to you guys. Ready?
I think it...
Penguin.
Heart.
Where's the GIF of it? Is this it? No. This is
That's
Mrs.
it.
Maltby.
That's it.
It's not big enough.
Oh.
I gotta find it. I gotta go back. I gotta show them.
Right.
I wanted them to see the angry Mrs. Maltby GIF. Here it is. Is this it? Does this one work? There it is. This is what it looks like behind me. I'm back here making videos, and she's.
Click on it.
They can see it. That's it. That's little Mrs. Maltby. Angrily making her little crafts at her little craft table behind me while I do videos.
It really doesn't match my speech.
That's her. That's your facial expression right there. That's you every moment.
100% of the time that Junius does a live, I am in the background either sewing with like little lacy things or just scrapbooking or crafting. But I am angry. Yes.
That is you.
Just like that penguin.
So that's
Look, it's even on an Animal Crossing page. Did you see that?
Oh, look at you.
Crossing.
Your favorite little game.
Hi, I'm Julie, a quarantined college student.
Well, we looked at Morgan's. We talked about a lot of things that are the unmentionable information, the things we're not supposed to talk about. We looked at the O over Carson City Morgan. That was a fun discussion. I shared with you some personal and embarrassing stories about my childhood that are 100% factually accurate and not embellished in any way. They're not really. I mean, so as I remember them, as a little skinny Italian kid trying to find coins, gold and silver, when all of his other friends were collecting baseball cards and just being whatever they did. Yeah. And, recently I've had some dream coins kind of come into my life that I can be a steward and a caretaker over. And now I just have to have Mrs. Maltby help me film them, record them, and create a lot of content.
Video.
Oh, yeah. You've got a video on some coins. There's actually going to be some coins that Mrs. Maltby has that she is going to do stories on for all of you. So you'll be able to see
in my solarium.
She'll be in Mrs. Maltby's little solarium. She'll present some coins and some history to you.
Then
I as well.
No choice but to listen to me on your microphone.
Which these kind of arrived at a perfect time, I believe, because 2021 is going to be, it's a little bit of change. We're not in an election year anymore. Obviously, there's still going to be the news cycles, the gold price updates, the market updates. We're going to discuss all of those things as part of this channel. It's important to do so. But I want to, as we enter the new year, and people like to make changes during the new year, I'd like to get back to kind of the roots, the origins, and really get back into just doing coins, gold and silver, reviews, numismatics, the history of coinage, the history of particular coin strikes, the artists behind them, who engraved them, and all of those wonderful things that are involved with gold and silver and coins and precious metals, the history, the door that it opens. Because as I've shared with you guys time and again, coinage, coin collecting, it's really a door to another world, because it leads you down the path of economics, monetary history, monetary policy. Every nation has its own story, how they're all linked and tied together, because the story of coinage, the story of money, is not a story that's, singular to one particular region or nation or people. It's a global thing. And it's because there was a time that money, what the thing is, money predates national boundaries and borders and boundaries change, but money exists forever. Money being gold and silver. Think of that for a moment. Let that ring true. Think of how important that is. Humans had gold and silver before a single national boundary that exists today, or a single government that exists today, existed. Gold and silver predate them. That's why I believe they exist outside the dominion of men and of man's laws. That's why governments can't ban them. They can't tell you can't use silver or gold. We're going to come take it, this or that. It's yours. It's private property. It's wealth, eternal, or not eternal, but for as long as you're alive anyway. And that's why coinage is amazing.
To answer a question in the chat, yes, we will be going into history associated with the coins we discuss.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. All of them. There's going to be cool little stories behind every coin.
Lucky for all of you, Junius and I are history people.
Yeah, we're definitely passionate about it. We have fun with it. It's, I enjoy it. I was sitting down earlier tonight reading about various coins, different dates. Some of the coins, it's not as much the history of the coin itself, although we'll cover that sometimes briefly.
No, the history behind, like, the
yeah,
time
but even the
period,
time period, the date.
That's what I believe the question was referring
okay.
to, which I think is super important.
Yeah, the coin, what took place during the time is going to be really important, and how that ties into things. Because a lot of times, even a coin might have symbols on it that are more meaningful to the people of that time period. One example would be the peace dollar. I mean, if we're not going to close out right away, I'll go to that. But yeah, there's a lot of stories behind coinage that I think is important to discuss. Like, so if you look at the peace dollar, and we'll just bring up this one here. They were initially minted right after World War I, So the nation was hopeful. There was, if you can see that, let me see, like this view image. There you go. Again, it's a prettier, better version, more aesthetic Lady Liberty than the Morgan. And the artist for this, shout out to the Italians, the artist for the peace dollar was an Italian man. He's the guy that engraved it.
That's why it's hideous.
And he used his young wife as the image for Lady Liberty. You can look up the history and the story behind that, but she basically posed for the image to become, and he patterned Lady Liberty's face off of her. And I believe her name was Maria. The reverse of the coin is a sunrise, meaning hope, coming, a new day, a new time, and then peace down here. As they were looking for peace, they were looking forward to peace because World War I had just ended. So there's a lot of imagery, and it's a pretty incredible dollar. This is the last real silver dollar. These were minted from 1921 to, I should know this, 29 or 30s. I don't remember the date range mintage. I know first ones were in 1921. I'll have to get the info up on them. It'll tell us right here. 1921 to 1928. That's right. And then they stopped for a while. And then 1934 and 30 to 35. But 1921 was the first year. And then a lot of history. We'll go over this stuff at a later time. You know, that's what's great. We're going to start doing more stories on actual coinage and how they all tie together. A lot of history. Again, the story of the silver, the story of the dollar, the story of gold, all the coinage from Europe, around the world. You could talk about it. I mean, it would take several lifetimes to cover it all. I mean, as you saw when we talked about this article here about this Morgan, there's two individuals who dedicated a large part of their life just to become world-renowned experts on the Morgan dollar. I like a little bit of a broader view. I like to know kind of a little bit about various coins rather than just focus on one. There's nothing wrong with that, but it's captivating because again, if you enter the coin collecting world and you try to learn about each coin, you've started something that no one can ever complete in their lifetime. You can get close, but it's not going to happen. You'll spend the rest of your life learning, and every day is a new challenge, a new horizon, a new piece of history, a new era, a new epoch to discover. And it's incredible. So, kind of a big fan, very passionate, and it's been reignited. So a big, huge shout out, a huge appreciation, a huge thank you to that benefactor, that individual who entrusted us with taking care of some coins, being able to spread the message that's held by them, and preserve them, being stewards and caretakers of those coins for someone else in the future. Because again, all the coins you have are going to outlast you by eons. You know, 4 generations of dead will occur when archaeologists pull out from some ashes or from some grave somewhere or wherever it ended up, your old little Maltby round, whichever ones of you in the chat have your Junius Maltby rounds. You know, those will be found.
I think I'm going to melt mine.
No, you're not. They'll be found years from now, decades. And they'll have their own story. And all of you are actually part of that narrative or that timeline, part of that history of that coin. Every coin, that's another thing that's always blown me away. So you think about the billions of coins that have been minted. Like just 1 year alone, they'll mint, 12 million. I think it was of these 1900 OCs, there were, what did we read, 12.5 million? Each one of those coins had its own travels, its own people that it handled it, or its own story, where it went, the goods and services that it covered, the things that it overheard or was present for. Every single coin represents a very unique story, and only that coin experienced it.
Do you think I'll be allowed just one box to carry all my little coins in when I am put in a FEMA camp?
No, they're going to repurpose them and take them for the national cause. You're going to involuntarily donate them to the cause for the Che Guevara wearing shirts, little Antifa people.
For the next
there goes, this video's done now. I just said that
Chaz.
word. They're gone. We're gone.
Oh, you said the A word.
Yeah, we're getting demonetized.
Ooh.
YouTube's gonna crack down hard on this channel. Whatever.
Good night.
If you don't hear from us, everyone, it's because we talked about all the unmentionable things in one video. Oh well. What creates glowworms? What am I reading there? Someone says something creates glowworms.
Isn't that Lucifer? What is that?
Luciferian?
No, the stuff in the. Oh, I gotta look it up now. It's a compound that. Where's physics when you need him?
Oh, I know. Physics would know what they were talking about. I don't know what you guys are talking about. The chat. I can't keep up. The chat's it's like a mosh pit.
It's a thing in the. Yeah, it causes a glow effect. It's a.
I like Anthony Winklejohn's little picture there. Crazy. Jack Nicholson.
I literally just got booted out of this chat.
How?
I have no idea.
How?
I don't know.
It said you got booted?
It won't let me back in, and it gave me an error.
Really? Try to just log back in. They just booted Mrs. Maltby from the chat. Maybe it's because you're thinking the wrong things that you're not supposed to think about. Is that it? Oh, well. That'll do it for tonight then. If you got booted, you'll have to figure that out. Little lady.
I bet you it was you.
I'm not even, I don't have the ability to do that.
Yeah, you do. You're the channel.
I don't actually. The computer's right over there. I can't even reach.
Oh,
I don't even know
okay.
what I have to click on to get you out of there. So, oh well. No big deal. It's getting late anyway on the other side of the planet. So what is it? Yeah, you guys have to, everyone has to go to bed, I'm sure. Some people are starting their day. Depends where they are. Some people are ending their day. All those in between, well,
Very well
sleep.
then. Good evening.
Yeah, I can't believe you got booted.
Good night to all.
You should figure it out. Yeah, everyone have a good night. Thanks for tuning in, being part of the chat, being part of the talk. Yes. Always good hearing from all of you. Take care of yourselves. Be well.
Oh, it was DW who blocked me.
Have a good night.